Hello happy souls, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111 and welcome to all my new subscribers. So lovely of you to join us. I'm so humbled by how much my channel's been growing in recent weeks. So delighted to share this journey with so many of you. Okay, let's do this. So today we have 4 piles for you. We're looking at how's your person thinking and feeling. So holding your person in mind, choose a pile. We've got the lovely Omens Tarot with Obsidian. We have the Luminous Tarot with Amethyst, the Unicorn Tarot with Net Jasper, and the Naked Heart Tarot with Twin Quartz. Dowse over them. You can pause the video and dowse, look at the timestamps. I actually choose from the timestamps personally, but each to their own. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that's fine, just watch more than one pile. It could be that there are messages in each of them for you. We're going to pull some oracle cards as well, and we're going to really dig in. So this is the lovely Omens deck. I have not read with it yet. It only arrived today. It was a gift to myself. These are independently produced decks tend to be my favourite. They've usually got quite modern, fresh artwork. And I like that, but these are very pink, as you can see. Pink on the back, pink in the middle, pink, pink, pink. And both of our oracle decks are pink as well. So this is going to be a very pink reading for you, pile 1. Maybe pink means something to you. Pink is actually a very spiritual colour. Okay. And while I'm shuffling, guys, just to remind you, you can still book appointments with me. I'm just only offering 1-hour sessions at the moment. It's really draining doing back-to-back 15 minutes appointments. I'm just having a little break from that and only doing a couple of 1-hour appointments a day, just for the foreseeable future while I have a little break and regroup. But you can still book at my website, happysouls1111.com, and you can still book Spirit Release Therapy with me, and I will be announcing new classes for mediumship very soon. So if you want to be updated on that, keep an eye on my community page. Hit the subscribe button so you'll get that notification when I announce it. Okay, let's do this. How is your person thinking and feeling, part 1? We have got the Devil, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the 5 of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, the 5 of Cups. Clarifying, we have got the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the Sun in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. You guys, there's a lot of hostile energy here. What's been going down with you two? This person is addicted to you, okay? They are absolutely obsessed. They can't let go. And for some reason, this seems to really annoy them. I feel like things have been really difficult between you lately. We'll get deep into this. I'm just pulling forward the thoughts that are already, coming through. But so much pink. Sword in the Rose. Pink's actually my son's favourite colour. He's 9 and he's called Bear. And he's the laddiest of lads you've ever known, but he loves the colour pink. Okay. Let's get some of these as well. Change, light. We can get some more later if we need to. So this person is super addicted and obsessed with you. They cannot get you out of their heads. However, this is distorted love. This person's still loving in a very codependent way. I'm picking up a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. It's a really unhealthy attachment the way things stand at the moment. And I feel that there's been a lot of toxicity, a lot of arguments, a lot of really difficult conversations between you. And yet it feels like they just cannot let go. As frustrated as they are with this situation, they just cannot let go because you're just in their head all the time. And in some ways, you do bring this beautiful balance and harmony into their world. I mean, the 4 of Pentacles, you look at these cats with their, that pentacle in their headspace. This person really does feel fortunate to just be with you, and They feel a very deep intuitive connection. They feel very protected. They just feel lucky to be with you, but they're also really struggling with the intensity of the negative aspects of this connection right now. And I feel like, you know, this is quite hostile. We've got the Nine of Swords in reverse here, and this is someone who I do think as well, this might not be accurate for some of you, but for some of you there's addiction problems, and this could be for your person or you as well, but there's definitely addiction problems here. But this person is angry a lot of the time. They can be quite self-absorbed, and there's an awareness in them that this is wrong. You know, they know this is wrong, they know they need to stop, but I feel like you're both caught in this really difficult cycle. It's like really intense chemistry, but just a great deal of toxicity. And I feel like they just don't want to fight anymore. They want to down weapons. You know, they recognise there are no winners in this, and that it's not going to make either of you happy. It feels like something has to give in this connection. Now, as I said, I am picking up on a lot of jealousy and envy here, and I think for some of you this could be because of some kind of infidelity, some kind of dalliance or suspected dalliance. And do you know what? If this isn't happening in your zone of awareness, I don't want you to panic. And because this won't apply to everyone. I don't want you to come home and start shouting at your boyfriend saying, oh my God, Atari just said you're having an affair. It might not be the case for you. But if you are aware of this, you know, for some of you, it could be just a third party situation where nothing's really happened, but there's some intense jealousy surrounding it. So I'm assuming this is a situation you're aware of, okay? If there's nothing you're not aware of, just leave that part alone. But it feels like this is something that's kind of stirring the pot between you, because we've got the Three of Wands here in reverse and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Now, this actually reassures me that nothing's actually happened there, but there's been something stirring the pot here. And one or both of you is kind of very jealous and very upset about this. I'm thinking this is this person. Yeah, this is your person that's jealous. It could be you that's looking elsewhere, or has considered dating, or has met somebody, or there's just someone in your zone of awareness that your person feels threatened by. But there's definitely a lot of aggravation here. There's a lot of confrontation. There's a lot of very bitter energies, and there's a lot of disappointment and regret for the really harsh words and the painful things that have been said. But there is insane chemistry. You know, I do feel like this is a double-edged sword for this person. Interestingly, we've got the sword and the rose here. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honour, protection, power. You know, even though this is cutting and difficult, this person really does care about you. They love you very much. We've got wedding rings even over here. You know, I feel like they know this is an eternal love. But there's been some kind of, with this lightning bolt here, something's come into your connection that's kind of disrupted the status quo and caused a lot of this anguish. There's definitely, as I said, an addiction here, and this third party situation may actually be circumstances rather than a third party person. But things have definitely been ruffled. Feathers have definitely been ruffled. This person cares about you a lot. You know, they see you as their truth. They see you as their life partner. But this upheaval, this change, you know, even though it's shining a light on what needs to be healed between you, it's exceptionally challenging for them. I really feel like they're struggling with this right now. So what are they thinking? What's this person thinking? They know it's not over between you. But look, we've got the Seven of Swords here. They know it's not over, but it also feels like you're on very dishonest ground. It feels like neither party is being authentic. They don't trust you. You know, I apologise to the sirens. They don't trust you. Something's happened. And it's some fast-moving energy. And it's created a lack of trust in this dynamic. But they are still thinking they want this union with you. They are still thinking they want to be with you. They just want to move on from this, okay? They want to move past it, but they don't know how, because they don't know how they can trust you after what's happened. But they know this isn't over. There is so much intensity in this connection in terms of chemistry. But there's a lot of emotional manipulation as well. As I said at the beginning, this is a very codependent, unhealthy connection where both parties are existing with self-love deficit, because we've got the Two of Swords here in reverse. We've got the King of Wands. Now, the Two of Swords in reverse, this is clarified by the world. You know, this person's made a decision. They're going to make things work with you, even though they've been really indecisive. They've been feeling, you know, like they just don't know if they're coming or going. They just don't know what to do. But they have made the decision because they know they can't let you go. So it's not even a decision. It doesn't feel like a choice for them. They just know they have to figure out a way to make this work, because they don't want to let you go. They don't want to lose you. You know, there's a lot of very deep love here. But they can't trust you. And this, I'm hearing, it kind of turns them on in some ways. It's what keeps the passion in your connection. And I feel like with this Queen of Cups in reverse here, they know that you play on that. You know, the Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy, but when Cancerian energy is ill-dignified, it's very emotionally manipulative. And they just want to move out that energy so you can get along. But I feel like there is so much self-love deficit in this connection between both of you that it's very hard to move past it, because you're both battling for control, because that's what makes you feel secure. So you're both coming at this from a codependent perspective. And I feel like this person doesn't give you enough affection or reassurance, and you might feel that by making him jealous or challenging him to question your integrity and your loyalty gets a reaction out of him that reassures you he cares. But he can see this, and it kind of makes him crazy, but it is doing some lasting damage, because it is eating away at his ability to trust you. So you really need to rein it in and keep it real, you know, is what I'm hearing. This person really does see a future with you. They see a happily ever after with you. Look, we've got this wedding rings card here. You know, they know this is a really deep soul connection. You know, they want this bit to be the forever, ever. But there's a lot of disharmony here right now, and both of you are operating from the perspective of old wounding. One of you needs to apologise. I feel like it's, this is both of you digging your heels in now. And neither party wanting to back down. But it's not about someone winning and someone losing, or someone accepting blame. It's just about saying, you know, we want peace. Let's just have peace. Let's not fight anymore. How can we, make the other feel better? How can we each take responsibility for our part? Because it takes two people for a relationship to break down like this. And I feel like you've both gotten this pickle purely from a perspective of insecurity. And I mean, I'm feeling with the Tower in reverse here that's coming up over the Seven of Swords that there could actually be some kind of big revelation. This kind of third-party situation that was suspected, there could be more to the story that you're afraid to reveal. Or they're afraid to reveal. Because we've got the Tower in reverse. This person doesn't feel safe communicating with you because they don't know when things are going to explode and blow up. But they do want that happy ever after with you. They don't want to be on their own. They want to be with you. But whatever this third party is, whether it's a substance, whether this person's a workaholic or parties too hard, or whether you've got a third party or they've got a third party, whatever this is massively blocking how you guys move forward. And this person just wants to feel good enough. I don't think they could even consciously acknowledge that, but they just want to feel good enough. What do they want you to know? So we've got Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups, Star in reverse. Honestly, this person's saying maybe you'd be better without me. They're kind of saying, we're different people. We come from different backgrounds, and you don't need a hand in life like I do. And we can't stay trapped in this really difficult cycle and this question surrounding the third party stuff. It's not healthy, and I don't see much hope for us moving forward if we can't resolve this, because they don't want to go. They feel like they can't let you go, but on the same token, they feel like they can't continue as things are. And you know, at the back of their mind, they don't blame you for looking around and checking out your options. I feel like this person feels like that's almost an inevitability. They get very stuck in these very limiting beliefs that you're going to meet someone better anyway, because they just don't feel worthy. They don't feel like they deserve you. So subconsciously there's a lot of self-sabotage here as well. But this person knows that you are soulmates. You know, they feel that really deeply. And they want to transform for you. They want to make this connection work. They want to transform themselves. They want to transform the energy between you. You know, they want to shift and change. But whatever this third party situation is, whether it's you or whether it's them, it's causing massive damage now. And it feels like both of you are ready to give up the fight, but you don't spend enough time talking calmly and honestly, because both of you, you know, your emotions flare up and it just gets too stressful. It becomes impossible. So let's see, what else is this person feeling? I'm electrified by you. I told you, massive chemistry. I worship your perfection. This person really has you on a pedestal. How can I ever pay you back? It feels like, you know, the connection, they just feel indebted to you, like it's imbalanced, and this challenges their masculinity. You are the answer to my whole life. These are beautiful energies. Forgive me, I've never felt this way before and I do not know how to act. So they are very triggered, you know, because they've finally met someone who they really want, deeply want. It's triggering all of their deepest fears and insecurities. Am I good enough for you? There we go. You know, they just don't feel that they are. They've put you on this pedestal. They're thinking, you know, that you're just going to end up recognizing the truth of who they are, which in their mind is someone worthless, and you're going to end up leaving them anyway. So I feel like this is why there's so much jealous energy. I do feel like this third party is a perceived situation. It could be their jealousy getting out of control, but it does feel like it's them that's jealous, or they're self-sabotaging the connection by trying to make you jealous. But there's definitely something going on here. There's something karmic going on here. See, they're getting really creative about how to resolve this. I feel like they're thinking of some kind of beautiful romantic gesture, but they're afraid to do that. They feel shy. And so they just avoid the situation because they're, you know, they feel like it always ends in scorn. And their shadow self can't take it. You know, I feel like this person, all of the kind of darker aspects of self have risen to the surface and are actually, this is why this person's quite short-tempered at the moment, but they are absolutely obsessed with you. And this just kind of triggers all of their deepest insecurities. They get annoyed because they know they're being codependent. This person could also be quite depressed. We've got depression and anger here. But they feel euphoric when they're with you. It's like you make everything better. Being with you makes everything better. But they haven't got the material accomplishments or support to kind of nurture this relationship in the way they want to. So they end up stuck in this stalemate energy, feeling angry and depressed. And they're haunted by the difficulties in your connection. They're so grateful for how lovely it's been so far, but they just feel like at some point you're going to assert yourself, recognise that they're just not worth it. They question whether it's just lust and maybe you don't really love them, because they feel the intensity of the connection, but they don't understand how you can love someone like them, you know, because they hate themselves. They're so full of self-loathing. They feel hopeless. And look, really codependent energy here. Really codependent. So you need to chat with this person. You need to try and find some calm middle ground and start working through the codependency that is definitely in both of you, that's triggered all of these issues to begin with. As I said, it feels like you've got two codependent people coming at this from all angles, and it's gotten really intense. But really it's rooted in the fact that both of you are afraid to lose the other. So you just need to come to some agreement about how you're going to cope with those kind of feelings as individuals, you know, rather than making the other person responsible for them. That's the healthy thing to do. I'm sending you lots of love, pile one. I really hope that was helpful. I did do a really meaty reading yesterday, just in case you missed it, which has a really solid look at what is happening in your connection. So you might want to check that one out as well. Please do comment down below. Let me know which pile you picked, and that will help you navigate your way to the next pile if you ever come back, because these readings are timeless, so there might be another pile at some point that works for you later. Okay, thank you so much. Pile 2, let me just see how we're doing for time. We're good. Okay, part 2. How's your person thinking and feeling about you? And whilst I am shuffling, just to remind you, you can still book an appointment with me. It's just that I'm only doing 1 hour sessions at the moment. Mainly to give myself a break. Most people book the 15-minute session, and doing multiples of those back to back to back every day and seeing so many people every day is really draining. So I'm just having a little break from that. I'm only doing a couple of hours a day for the next few weeks. I don't know how long for. I will reintroduce twin flame connection checks at some point, but you can still get them in the 1 hour session. If you want one in the meantime, you can check out my buddy Made for Love. You can buy them on our website, madeforlove.com. She does them one-off twin connection checks still. And we both use the same method. She's amazing. Okay. How is your person thinking and feeling about you? Part 1. Part 2 even. Let's have a look, see. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. We've got the Devil. We've got Justice in reverse. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Hangman in reverse. We've got the Queen of Swords. The Eight of Swords. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. This person cares about you a lot, but they, I feel, are involved in, they have a karmic partner. They have a karmic partner, and they don't know how to reject or leave that person, is what I'm hearing. If this doesn't resonate for you, then maybe this isn't the path for you, because I'm definitely feeling, hands down, so strong, this person has a karmic partner. We've got photograph, coffee cup, heart with a key, an engagement ring. I feel like this person has, we've got the Ace of Wands here clarified by the Six of Wands, and I feel like you've probably been getting very conflicting signals from this person. It may feel like they're not actually interested in you, because I'm feeling like they've not made a move. You know, you might get together, you might hang out, but I'm feeling like this person has firm boundaries as far as physical contact is concerned. And honestly, this is, even though it doesn't feel like it, this is a really good sign. It feels like they are holding back deliberately because they want the full ticket. You know, we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Six of Wands. They don't want to make this just some kind of friends with benefit situation. They're already attached to someone else. They don't want to sully this connection with that kind of, you know, that kind of energy. But this person's really obsessed with you. They feel very attached to you, but they also resist that so much. And this is such an interesting Devil card, because you can see here, this goat figure is holding, you know, the head of the masculine and feminine, but they are facing away from one another. You know, they are connected, but they are refusing to acknowledge this connection. And of course, the Devil does represent distorted love. Clarified by the Hangman in reverse, you know, it does feel like both parties feel really unsafe and insecure in this connection. Neither one of them wants to face it or acknowledge it. The magnetism and the kind of addictive energy of it is quite overwhelming. But I feel like your person just can't kind of give into this. There is so much resistance here, in part because they have unresolved karma with this person, and we've got this Queen of Swords energy here, which is really cold energy. You know, this is someone without an emotional conscience of some, you know, she's all up in her head. I mean, normally I'd say this if it was ill dignified, but I'm just getting this really controlling energy from this Queen of Swords. So they've got unresolved karma there, and they're really trying to figure out how they can resolve this, how they can move away from this. Right now it feels impossible, and they want to make you an offer. This person feels very passionately for you. You know, these are big romantic feelings. They see you as the one. They want to open their heart to you. You know, we've got this heart with a key. You know, they feel like they finally found the key to their heart, and it's you. They want to open their heart, but they can't. They're trapped. you know, with the Eight of Swords energy, they're trapped by their own limiting beliefs. They are trapped by this requirement for transformation before they can take action. And they really want to make you an offer. You know, we've got engagement ring as well, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion and union. This person really would like that to happen with this Knight of Cups. That's making that loving romantic offer. But in order to do that, they're going to have to reject someone else. We've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse here, this idea of being left out in the cold, of not having enough. And we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. And just to clarify, we've got Aries energy here. We have got Libra. We've got Aquarius, Gemini. We have got Pisces. And we've got Cancerian energy here as well. Very intense energies. So this person's very much emotionally manipulated. So they have this idea that their karmic partner cannot cope without them. And so they feel really trapped. They feel really stuck. You know, I feel like we've got this photograph here. I feel like they're constantly looking at your social media, looking at photos of you, checking out what you're up to. You know, but I feel like with this coffee cup, they just haven't allowed this to progress past friendship. And so you've probably been confused. And I feel like even though you flirt and you know there is chemistry between you, it feels like things have moved into this kind of, I guess, comfortable platonic energy with these very firm boundaries that just keeps everything safe. Yeah, but I mean, this person is frustrated. They feel very trapped. And they spend a lot of time, you know, really obsessing about how things could be between you, but also feel like it's just impossible at this stage. You make them feel rich in life, is what I'm hearing. And there's so much inner conflict with this person. It's like, I feel a lot of the time they feel like they owe you an apology because they're aware of the intensity. They know how you feel about them. And, you know, they're really sad that they can't just let their barriers down in the way that you can. They're worried if they do, things will move too fast. And because they know they're not ready for that new beginning, they don't want to hurt or disappoint you. But they have a lot of hope for this connection. You know, this person wants to marry you. Like, we've got the King of Pentacles here. You know, they want to provide and protect you, and they have so much faith and hope in a future for you guys. But I feel like they're just so scared and stuck right now. They're not in control of their life. They don't know how to take back control of their life. You know, I feel like, pardon me, I feel like, you know, they get passionate about how to move forward, and then they lose their kind of impotence to actually take the action. They get scared, fear gets the better of them. So we've got the Queen of Wands here with the King of Wands in reverse and the Three of Cups. Now the Queen of Wands is Pisces, Aries energy. The King of Wands is Leo. It could be Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. But, you know, this is a very passionate connection. But again, you know, the King of Wands is in reverse. He's saying, I can't invest in this right now. I have to resolve this other situation. I have to be true to this other connection I'm committed to and find my way out of it with dignity and integrity. And that's almost too much for them to bear thinking about. You know, this person's probably got children. It feels like there's going to be, it's not just going to cause, yeah, definitely children. It feels like it's not just going to cause ructions within this other connection they have, but perhaps across the whole family. You know, this is going to be a brutal blow. Definitely children here. But this is what makes them hold back with those messages of love, you know. And that indecision eats away at them. They're constantly trying to figure out a way to make it work. But they just don't feel brave enough to take the steps they need to. And they're also scared that, you know, by the time they get round to it, you may have given up on them. And they could lose everything. You know, they're also fearful of being on their own. So they resist that transformation and they stay with what is comfortable, even though it doesn't make them happy. They are going to let it go eventually, is what I'm hearing. They're going to move away. We've got the Six of Swords there. Four of Pentacles in reverse and Six of Swords. That's letting go and moving on. So what's the guidance? What do they want you to know? What do they want you to do? What do they want you to do? Five of Wands in reverse. They want you to understand there really is no competition between you and this other person, even though it feels like way. That they know, they feel divinely connected to you. Look, you are their Empress. Isn't that beautiful? You know, they're saying that this other person doesn't even match up to you. And they wish they'd met you sooner, so they hadn't already made that commitment. We've got all the threes out here. We've got the Three of Pentacles there, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You know, they don't want to be in that love triangle. You deserve more than that, is what they're saying. But they just want you to trust them. That even though that wheel can't turn right now and they can't move forward, you know, they don't want to cause you any anguish or any pain. We've got the three. Let's all the threes. Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. I mean, that is such a painful lineup, guys. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. They don't want to cause you pain, but they need you to acknowledge how painful and difficult this is for them. And I feel like, you know, you do sometimes get impatient. Perhaps you don't have children of your own, or you don't understand their situation, but this person feels very deeply, and it hurts them to think they're going to hurt someone else in leaving. This card was flipped over. Where was it? There was one already turned. There it is. How can I ever pay you back? You've been so patient and loving. You know, you've stuck by me, and you've been the bestest friend. I'm burning with passion for you. So much intense chemistry here, and I feel like you needed to hear this because they haven't shown it. And forgive me, I've never felt this way before. I really do not know how to act. You know, they just get so scared. You are my everything. Give me more time. I'm not good enough for you yet. I've still got stuff to resolve. I can't handle any more heartbreak. You know, they know that it's going to cause more heartbreak all round. I would just hurt you more right now. I need to be alone, and my love for you is without bound. So this person cares very deeply, but they know they can't give you what you deserve right now. And I believe they think you deserve everything. You know, they spend hours poring over the messages you've exchanged, looking at photographs of you, you know, thinking about a future with you. And yet I feel like they just kind of also just behave like they don't care. They just try and be friendly and platonic because they just don't want to let their feelings run away with them. And this probably leaves you feeling really, really confused. But they just don't want you to get hurt. They don't want you to get caught up in the mix of all of this drama that they're going through. And they're going to keep being open with you. And they know that you're impatient, and that you know, they don't want you to think that they're just using you as a crutch, or, you know, that they want you to trust them. And they don't feel very worthy of you right now. They feel pathetic because, you know, you deserve to be satisfied. And they're so paranoid that you're going to meet someone else. They're ashamed that they're even involved in this situation because it makes them think that you're going to judge them and think that they could be disloyal to you in the future. And it's just not like that. They've never been disloyal before. And they just, you know, they feel helpless to resist you. They're afraid that you're going to confront them, and this is why they've been dismissive and uncommunicative recently. They kind of, it's almost like they feel this big chat coming, like you're going to say something, you're going to say, you know, I can't hang on, I can't wait, something's got to change. And so they're afraid to communicate with you. They're afraid to see you. You know, they'd rather ignore that. Ignorance is bliss, and they're afraid it's going to get confrontational. But they wouldn't be surprised if you did it. But they know you've got such a lovely big heart. It makes them feel so guilty, you know, because you deserve so much more. And they feel like they give you nothing right now, and that they have nothing to give. They just feel absolutely useless. So yeah, they often think you might be happier if you were free. And if they just let you go, they know you're strong enough to kind of get by without them. But they, you know, then they feel selfish for keeping you to themselves when they're not actually free to love you the way they want to. And I do feel like this person really isolates themselves as well when the going gets tough. And, you know, I know that they're saying, I know this makes you angry, but I just get so insecure, and I just, you know, I get so scared about what's happening between us. I feel like there's definitely depression with this person as well, which is part of the reason they check out. So guys, you need to decide if this person's worth waiting for, because You know, they are involved in a very difficult karmic situation, and for whatever reason, they don't feel like they can let this person go. Okay, there could be 1,000,001 different reasons. I feel like this person is exceptionally manipulative, you know, and that's also keeping them stuck. But of course, it's down to your person to take responsibility, to make choices that feel good and healthy and loving for them. And until they can do that, they've certainly not got the courage to do that at the moment. It feels like they're in very painful energy, so much swords energy in this reading, and they're finding this really difficult. So you mustn't take the lack of communication personally. They're honestly expecting you to say, do you know what, I'm done. And I feel like that's why they've gone silent, because they're just kind of putting off the inevitable in their eyes. So it might reassure them to you know, send them a message, just let them know that you're still there and you're still thinking of them or something, if you feel so inclined. But they're definitely with someone else, even though they love you. Sad times. Okay, thank you, pile 2. Just going to check how we did for time. We are good. Pile 3, the Unicorn Tarot. I love this deck. I had to order it from America because it's not available in England. Boo. I don't know why. So, pile 2, how's your person thinking and feeling about you? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. And of course, while I'm shuffling, just to let you know, you can still book appointments with me online at happysouls1111.com. I'm just only taking 1 hour bookings at the moment, and only a couple a day. I've been doing hours a day of back-to-back 15 minutes appointments, and believe me, seeing that many people at once is draining, and I just need a break from that for a while. Pardon me. So I'm only doing the one-to-one coaching sessions. I can pull cards for you in that, but it is a healing focused reading. It's about helping you, you know, get the best out of your journey. Anyway, let's get on with this. 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, a High Priestess. I feel like my voice is breaking. I have a really sore throat. 3 of Cups in reverse. I love the colours of these cards, they're so pretty. Judgment in reverse, the Chariot, the Page of Cups, the Magician, and the 5 of Wands in reverse. These are really peculiar energies. This person, there's a lot of resistance here. There is so much resistance here. Like, this person, first and foremost, I feel like this person definitely knows that there is a soul connection between you, but that makes them feel powerless. It makes them feel like they don't have a choice, like their free will has been compromised. And so they're resisting this connection a lot. They're resisting this call of their soul that's kind of magnetizing them back to you. They don't want to be a part of this kind of divine journey. I feel like you may have told this person recently that you're soulmates or twin flames or something like that. You know, that this connection is meant to be, and they're just like, you don't get to decide that. I need to decide that. I'm not ready to decide that. You know, I want to keep my options open. I'm not going to have anyone make these decisions for me. It's kind of like their ego has stepped in and said, I've got to be in control. So there's a lot of resistance with this person. They're not seeing this beautiful opportunity that's being presented to them. I feel like they've kind of been stuck in a rut and really avoiding it. And they've actually, you know, they were probably in a better place and kind of moving forward with it when you sprung this whole soulmate thing on them. And I feel that that's knocked them for 6. And they deny the spiritual connection. They deny that they even believe in spirit. I feel like this person's very much grounded in their ego, in the lower levels of consciousness of their 3D reality. They don't want to look outside the box. They don't want to think of kind of destiny or fate that's taking matters out of their hands. They want to move away from that emotion. So, you know, I am hearing that this person has feelings, but they are buried under layers of insecurity, a very blocked heart space, and this, you know, enormous triggering by the truth. You know, they've been really triggered by the truth. Yeah, so this person could be running. I mean, we've got very intense energies here. We've got the relationship is over. Heartbreak, pain, separation, shocking attack, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity. So I feel like you may have really come clean with this person. If it's not about the spiritual connection, it's about your feelings, okay? You've come clean about your feelings, and they weren't ready for that. You know, they were just hoping for this very casual connection. They're not ready to get serious. They're not ready to settle down. This person feels like, you know, they still want to party. They still want to be the player on the scene. It's that kind of energy. This person could be much younger than you, or kind of stuck in that sort of Peter Pan, doesn't want to grow up, doesn't want to acknowledge this love. You know, they don't want that responsibility, is what I'm hearing. It's like they just want to take care of themselves. And they've got these huge barriers and boundaries. They want to keep their options open. But I just want to reassure you that this is all denial and resistance. It doesn't detract from the actual truth. Yeah, the truth of this matter is that this person does care very deeply. They recognise the spiritual nature of your connection, but they don't want to believe it because it challenges their entire belief system. It challenges who they are, and it makes them feel like they don't have a choice. So you must not take this abandonment, this breakup, this separation, this avoidance. You mustn't take it personally. You know, you've got to understand that this is symptomatic of the fear in them. You know, not just fear of loss at that abandonment level, but fear of loss of their freedom and sense of self. The masculine energy doesn't really cope very well with the breaking down of the ego. It clings onto it for dear life. And this person at the moment is very detached emotionally. You know, they're focusing on their work. They're kind of, I feel like this is what they tell you. You know, I'm busy, I'm working, I'm busy, I'm working. It may be that, you know, they've just, you know, just checked out of this. They've checked out. It feels like they've checked out. They've just said, I'm not ready for that. It makes me feel insecure. It makes me feel scared. You know, we've got the Lovers and the Empress here. How about that? You know, even though deep down, they know this is a beautiful connection. They know that you are their divine Empress. Let's get what's blocking them. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords. It's the truth that's blocking them. To acknowledge the truth about this connection is going to mean some kind of sacrifice or upheaval for this person. For them to move towards the truth means moving away from all, I guess, the other false truths that they've been living. And that seems insurmountable and painful and very, very scary. And they want to make an offer to you, and then they don't. And they want to move away, and then they don't. So there's a tremendous amount of indecision. There's a lot of divine intervention as well in the energy of this reading. Deep down, they know it's not over between you. They know things will be brought back into balance. Look at that. They know there's going to be some union between you. But right now, this person's really scared. They're really scared. So what do they want to say to you? Got Ace of Cups in reverse. I don't love myself enough right now. I don't love myself to recognise the truth of this or to be authentic. I know that we're soulmates deep down. That's Six of Cups energy. I know that we're soulmates deep down, and I wish I could reconnect with you in this way so we can have a fulfilling life together. You know, in the back of my mind, that's all I've ever wanted. Just, you know, it feels like I've been waiting for my boats to come in. But that new beginning is so scary. I don't know if I'm ready to take that leap of faith. There's so much here I still need to learn. You know, I feel like I still need to transform. And I try and think about that, but I just get confused by everything that's been said. Sometimes it goes too deep for me to really connect with it and understand and integrate that truth. And I know I've hurt you by pulling away. This makes me feel really ashamed. You know, we've got stabbed in the back here. And you've got that with, you know, with that Ten of Swords energy. This person knows they've hurt you. There's such a tremendous amount of shame. But they're also kind of disconnected from that. The real emotion between that, you know, they wish they could invest in you. They've regretted really leaving you on your own, and they're worried that you'll just turn away and meet someone else as well, that you're just going to move on quick without them. This eats away at them. They don't know if you'll come back or if you'll forgive them. You know, they know that you're disappointed and regretful. They feel terrible that they couldn't step into their emperor energy and respond to what you were telling them from a place of balance and harmony and truth. But you deserve everything, is what I'm hearing. You know, they wish they could give it to you. But they're too conflicted on the inside, and so they've rejected you instead. You know, even though they didn't want to do that, they feel like they've strung themselves up. And a lot of harsh words were exchanged, you know. They're not proud of this at all. It's kind of, it's killed. They also want you to know that there isn't anyone else, that they're not thinking about that, and that they do know this is the truth. They know that you're the truth. They know this connection is the truth. They're not really giving up on you. They're just completely overwhelmed at this time. Completely overwhelmed. You know, but you are worth fighting for. Giving for my touch, for my taste, for my lust. No one lights me up and inspires me like you do. So I feel like this person may try and wheedle their way back in a very kind of charming, sexy way to begin with. I find everything about you so pleasurable and irresistible. I'm so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. I'm battling my demons right now. Your words keep ringing in my head. You know, this person, this relationship breakdown, I feel like you've said to them, you know, there are no second chances now. You have just you've hurt me. This was really shocking. The way you've replied was really shocking. And, you know, you need to grow and transform your life if this is, you know, if you ever want me back, because what you're offering now isn't enough. And I feel like this has triggered them really hard. Even though they may have put a brave face on it and probably not revealed how they feel. I feel like this person's been really nonchalant and just kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know, I don't give an F. But they do. They do. They just don't know how to say that. They don't know how to make themselves vulnerable. So these are very intense energies between you right now. I think you need to watch the space with this person, because my gut feeling is they're going to come in all casual and like, hey, let's have some fun. And, you know, they're not going to let you go as easily as you think, even though it appears that way right now. So I hope that was helpful, Pile 3. Do check out my website, happysouls1111.com, and come and join me on the retreat. Can't wait to meet you guys. We're going to Stonehenge in June. Hopefully I will see you there. You can find the video on my channel or on my website. Okay, Pile 4. See how we do with time. We're all good. So these readings are averaging about 15 minutes. Thereabouts. And we're asking, how is your person thinking and feeling about you? This is the Naked Heart Tarot that I'm using. I apologise for my weird voice today. I've got a really sore throat. I feel like I sound like that girl off American Pie. Do you remember her? One time at band camp? You know, it's what I mean. I feel like I've got like a weird high-pitched twang. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, guys, you can still book a reading with me. I'm just not doing shorter readings. I'm not doing twin checks or the 15-minute tarot reads or the 30-minute tarot reads. I'm just doing one-to-one coaching at the moment. I can pull a few cards for you in those sessions. They're 1-hour sessions, but it is primarily a healing-focused session, you know, where we discuss how you can move forward for your highest good, all that jazz. I can do the twin connection checks in them as well. But if you want a standalone twin connection check, you can get one of those from Made for Love. She is still offering them, and I'll let you know when I'm back in the game. I'm just having a break from it at the moment. Okay, how's your person thinking and feeling? We have got the Hierophant, the 5 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Fool, the 9 of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups, the Star, the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Cups in reverse, and the Magician. Do you know what? And I'm not often specific, but I feel like this person has actually proposed to you, or they've made an offer of commitment that you've rejected. I feel like in this reading, the shoe is on the other foot. I'm getting true shivers as I say this. So this is, you know, it's not so specific in these general readings, but I hope this pile finds its way to the right person, because I feel like there's really important messages here. This person wanted commitment from you. They wanted to do things by the book. I really feel like this was some kind of marriage proposal or move in with me proposal, like a serious commitment proposal. Let's buy a house to get the proposal. There was something real here, that they've made this beautiful offer. And they did that because it just felt so right. They're just moving with a flow of energy. My goodness, I've got such beautiful goosebumps as I do this. But I feel like you rejected them. And do you know what? They have been so dignified. I feel like this person has still held on to their faith. You know, they have refused to be broken or crushed by this refusal, or you saying, do you know what? I'm not ready for that now. They don't believe you. They don't believe you don't want that happy ever after with them. I think this person sees that deep down you want that new beginning, but you're holding on to these childhood wounds and this anxiety that keeps you out of balance and disempowers you from believing you can have this happily ever after. That's what this feels like. I had a really powerful journey with a whale, and the memory of that is coming through really strong. And there was a specific thing the whale said to me. It said, it's going to really annoy me. Stay in the flow, stay in emotion, because that's the one aspect of humanity you need to master. It's about being in your emotions. And I feel like this person has really struggled with that. And now that they've kindly got into that flow, it's kind of had this weird repellent result for you. It's almost like, oh my God, you're suddenly like, are they serious? Like, really? I feel like you were much more comfortable when this person was detached from their emotions, because I don't know, I guess you felt like it was a bit more casual and you had a bit more control and you could kind of move away. And now that it's suddenly got serious, you know, this has triggered your fear of loss. So these are really intense energies, but I feel like this person really adores you. You know, it could be that they were going to propose to you and there's been some kind of breakdown in communication that's meant that hasn't happened. Or, you know, they've expressed that, you know, wow, I think, you know, we could be together forever. I really love you. I feel like, you know, we're always and forever. And you've just been like, no, I don't do the family thing, or I don't do marriage. Maybe you've been really flippant about it and it wasn't a serious proposal. It was kind of this person testing the waters. But it feels like they've finally learned what love is. That's how they feel about you. And they want that happily ever after with you. They know that they don't feel they can have that anywhere else. You know, they know this is their truth, and their wish fulfillment is to be with you. And it feels like this has made you really anxious, which is the polar opposite of the energy I normally get. Normally it's the person I'm reading for is the one that's like, oh my God, when's going to marry me? And it feels like you're not in that energy at all. You're kind of repelled by this powerful coming forward or revelation. This person does think you'll change your mind. You know, they're prepared to be patient. I think you've probably asked for some thinking room, and this may have caused some conflict initially. You know, they may have come on a bit too strong for you, and it's kind of caused some conflict, and you've asked for space. And I feel like, you know, they're kind of giving you that. They just, you know, they want you to kind of just shift your perspective somewhat, and I think they feel fairly confident that you will. They're just giving you that perspective. Yeah, look at that. We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse here. So they do feel like you'll recover from this. You know, your relationship will kind of move past this bump in the road. But this person really cares very, very deeply for you. Oh, right. I'm going to ask... do you know what? This isn't, it's meant to be about their feelings and thoughts, but I think we need to understand what it is that you're not trusting about this offer. And what are their true intentions? Can you trust this person? What are you not trusting? Got the Page of Swords in reverse. Got the Seven of Cups in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, okay. So this could be one of two things. it could be that you're really in love with someone else. And even though that person's not available to you and isn't an option, in fact, this is what it is. There's another person that may have left you, they've broken your heart, they've left you in pain. This could be someone you worked with, I'm hearing for some of you, but that person isn't actually an option because there's been no communication there. But it's the strong feelings you still have for this person that is kind of holding you back, because you're thinking, well, what if they come back? What if they come back and I'm not free because I've committed to this person? So let's have a look. I mean, we're going massively off on a tangent from how is this person feeling and thinking about you, but feel free to choose another pile if this doesn't fit for you. But guys, this has to come out. Okay, so you're worried that this other person's going to come back. Let's ask if they are. What's the intentions of the other person towards you? Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, okay, so there's not a straight answer here, guys. This person is going to come back into your zone of awareness. They're going to get in touch. This person has been investing in themselves. They may have been traveling. They may have moved away. But they are moving back into your zone of awareness. Strong, independent, feeling much better about themselves and life. But in terms of what their intentions are, we've got the High Priestess here. You know, this is asking you to... You've got to make the decision based on how you feel, not on what you think they're going to do. Yeah? Because you might think, well, you know, if they're not going to come back and, you know, take me, then maybe I'll commit to this guy. But that's the wrong reasons. You know, I think what this is asking you to do is connect with the truth of who you are so that you can make a decision from there, not based on, well, you know, if these shoes were out of stock, I'll buy those, even though I really wanted those shoes. You know, that's not a good way to deal with relationships. But this guy we're reading for, you know, I think he knows that you're not quite over this other person. And so we've got that beautiful whale energy there. I feel like he doesn't want to give up on you. He feels like, you know, he can take that burden of knowing that perhaps your heart is with somewhere else. Perhaps you've been honest with him. But he feels like he can kind of romance you and transform this situation and show you that, you know, he is more worthy of your love and that this other person isn't your truth. It's him. You know, he's your true love. Your hearts are intertwined and connected. This person feels very passionately about you. And, you know, your barriers are up. And it feels like you just wanted to keep it casual. You wanted to keep your options open. Oh, crazy energies. So, I don't know where to go with this one. What else does this guy want you to know? He wants to give you what you need. He needs you to kind of move on and decide. You know, he wants you to get closure on your issues. Relationships reflect our wounds, introspection, so mirroring each other. But I'm feeling like this other person could be a twin flame to you, and this is why you're trying to find someone else, move on with someone else, and you're waiting for your twin flame to come back. You just miss them still. Learning, expansion, new phase, prepare for union. That's what you've been doing. You've been preparing for union with someone else and got caught up with this other guy, I think. Yeah, you've been in separation. Maybe you've been talking to him recently and that's what's confused things even further. So what's the guidance for you, pile 4? You've still got work to do on bringing yourself back into emotional balance. Look, we've got the Lovers card there and the Tower. And the 8 of Wands. I'm inclined to say, because of these eagles, you know, this is a Lover's card, but you can see this is 2 eagles. They are messages of spirit. We've got the Tower here. And I feel like, as well, there's a message in these cards that's saying, you know, spirit, the universe will move things the way they need to be moved. And there is fast moving energy here. You know, you need to release yourself from any anxiety, and just continue facing your transformation and the true love that's within you. That's where you're going to find your truth and your strength. And you're going to be victorious whatever happens. So keep trusting your instincts. Okay? What a peculiar reading. So different from what I was expecting. But you need to... Where's that High Priestess card? There it is. You know, you need to connect with the truth of who you are, and perhaps owls mean something to you, or that triple moon there, these very divine feminine energies. You've got to be receptive to your own destiny's path and plan at the moment, and really tap in to what it is that you want. Because this person you're with at the moment, you know, this could be just fear and trying to release this twin or this soulmate. You know, you just wanted a rest and a break and a distraction, and now you're being forced with this really difficult choice. But you have to choose love, however love looks to you, but you need to choose you first, you know. So, not at all what we're expecting today, pile 4. Please, I beg you, let me know in the comments below if this resonates for you, because I'm mind blown by the dramatic turn that this reading took. It was not at all what I was expecting or intending. But Spirit's funny like that sometimes, isn't it? Isn't it just? Okay, pile 4, you can still book a private reading with me. As I said, you can find all of that info on my website, happysouls1111.com, and I will see you next time. Sending you all big love and hugs. Take care. Bye-bye.